They're saying that we should destroy the Federal Reserve's independence in order to save Joe Biden. But what they really mean is that Joe Biden is incredibly bad at this job. So what this means is that Joe Biden now has to rely on a secondary message for 2022, and so do the Democrats. That secondary message is Republicans are trying to stymie the vote. Okay, this is all crazy talk. If they think this is going to work, they're crazy. First of all, more Democrats voted in the last election cycle than in any election cycle in American history, and it is not close. The turnout rates were extraordinary. Joe Biden won 81 million votes. Okay, those are big numbers. If there's election stifling going on, there is no evidence that there's election stifling going on. There's less evidence that people are being kept from voting in the United States than that people are engaging in widespread voter fraud. Less evidence. Okay, so for all the people on the left who keep saying that Donald Trump is propagating the big lie by talking about electoral fraud and the notion that he won the 2020 election, it is a much bigger lie when you suggest that there are millions of people being disenfranchised at the ballot box. That is just a lie. It is not true at all. And yet this is what Democrats are relying upon. So Nancy Pelosi goes the furthest. She basically makes the argument that conservatives, Republicans, they ought to be treated like terrorists. She says January 6th was a terror attack. And then she also says that Republicans in the states who are pursuing voter verification methods, they are just a continuation of the terror attacks of January 6th. Basically, you're all terrorists. I do have to note here that whoever is doing Nancy Pelosi's Botox needs to be stopped. Someone needs to be stopped here. She has gone full Jack Nicholson Joker, fell directly into the vat of toxic waste. I don't know what's going on here. You know, those of us who suffer from a family receding hairline, I've never seen before receding eyebrows. That is a new one. Her eyebrows are literally receding all the way up her face. They started off just above her eyes, and now they're halfway up her forehead. And if she continues in this manner, her eyebrows will eventually be all the way at the back of her head. She'll be talking, you'll just see her eyebrows wiggling all the way up here. I don't know what's going on. Like, these are the people who run our country. Here is Nancy Pelosi, crazy Nancy Pelosi, who looks like a marionette, like an Edgar Bergen marionette, talking about how you are basically a terrorist if you support voter ID.
There's nothing more important for us to do than protect our Constitution and our democracy. What the Republicans are doing across the country is really a legislative continuation of what they did on January 6th, which is to undermine our democracy.
It's a legislative continuation of January 6th, undermining our democracy is the line. So this is the line they're going to carry into 2022. Good luck with this. You've got bad inflation. You've got bad COVID policy. You've got underemployment because not enough people are getting back into the labor force. You have a completely failed foreign policy. And Nancy Pelosi's pitch is that everybody who is pushing voter ID in states like Georgia was complicit in January 6th. Really good luck with this. And then trotting out Maxine Waters to back this. My goodness. You guys have a very, very weak pitch. Here was Maxine Waters doing the same thing last night.
This is not something that they have any real issues about relative to how the system is working, whether it's this, that, or the other. This is about racism. This is about exclusion. This is about not wanting us to be able to participate in the policies that govern this country.
It's about racism and exclusion, and also you should confront people you don't like in parking lots and scream at them. Also, I will admit that I was not expecting the John Lennon 1980s style. So, like, John Lennon was dead by that point, but if he had blown up those sunglasses, the crazy sunglasses, and made them very large and plunked them down on Maxine Waters, that would have been the look. This is great. By the way, Chuck Schumer is trying to force a vote on the filibuster. Like, this is how desperate they are. He's now demonstrating his own incompetence. He's demonstrating full-scale his own incompetence. The Senate Majority Leader is going to try to vote on the filibuster and see if Kristen Sinema in Arizona and Joe Manchin are going to kill the filibuster on behalf of a voting rights bill that does not have majority support. Good luck with that. And then what's he going to claim? Well, what is Biden going to claim? What's Schumer going to claim? That he's been obstructed by Republicans when he can't even get his own Democrats on board? Seriously, they are so incompetent and they are so boxed in, and 2022 is going to be so ugly for them. And so they are left merely with dreams of universal health care and a hatred for those who don't think like them. If that's your pitch, you're going to get skunked come November. I know what you're thinking. It's time to binge some more Ben Shapiro videos. Well, you are right. You should. But first, like and subscribe. Perfect. I'll see you in the next video.